Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mount Weekly here, alongside head coach Bryan Whitten. My name is Adam Pohl, as we take our weekly look here at the women's basketball program at Mount St. Mary's. And Coach Whitten, overall, tell me the mood about this road trip. It was unprecedented to have a 5-game road trip. You guys win the first 3, which is incredible, and then have 2 games that you're unable to capture that went right down to the wire.
I mean, it was a great road trip for us. You know, anytime you're on the road for 5 in a row, you're hoping you play well. Playing out of your home gym is tough at times. And the first 3 games were really solid. We were solid all 5 games. I shouldn't say that. We were solid. We just weren't as disciplined throughout the 5 games as we would have liked, and the last 2 games kind of caught up to us that way.
The last 2 games were defeats, but in the last 6 years, I mean, this has been an exciting season. Have you guys ever played so many close games? Your team overall has played 3 games that have gone down to overtime. You've had games that are decided in the last 20 seconds. It's a rarity almost to have a game that's not down to the wire.
Yeah, my wife, keeps saying I got to stop, giving her gray hairs, and I don't know if that's because of the games or me personally, but it's been great to be as competitive, as you want to be. It's been at times frustrating because you're so close. I mean, 2 overtime games and 1.9 seconds, and they're the 3 losses. And I told the team the other night, I'm like, you guys are probably 30 to 40 seconds from being 8-0. You know what I mean? And being disciplined and making the right decision at the right time has been a big part of it. And when you look back at all those games, the thing I've told them is there's not really one possession that lost it for us, that particular game, but there were many possessions that could have won it. Make 1 more foul shot, get 1 more rebound, 1 less turnover, 1 defensive stop, 1 loose ball, whatever. So, 25 minutes left in the game and you turn it over, you don't think much of it. But when you look back, that could have been the 1 possession that was the difference maker. So we've tried to, every possession counts, offensively and defensively. You can't take time off. You got to play it, 40 minutes, 30 seconds at a time.
Now, you do come home, of course, amidst a 3-game homestand right now, and you played Wagner earlier this week, and that was a game that did not go down to the wire. You had to be very pleased by what you got from your low post players. Incredibly, 2 different players getting their career highs. Tara Lonergan, who we're going to speak to later in this program, and also Rachel Matthews.
Yeah, they both played well. Tara's been playing great, the last 6-7 games, and has been much more offensive-minded, and is really, she's played the way that I've expected her to play for the last 4 years. Maybe it's a maturity thing, maybe it's a senior thing, whatever it may be, but she's playing the way that I've really expected her to play. And Rachel has really come along this year, off the injury, and has really steadily improved every game this year. And for both of them to, have a career high on the same night, hit double figures, and us do as well as we did was a good sign.
It was really the 2nd game at home this year in conference play that you guys have won handedly. And with that, do you sense that, not just winning in close games, but when you're able to win against programs that have had success in the past, when you're able to win going away, does that give your girls confidence?
I mean, I think any win gives you confidence. Each game is different. Matchups are different, injuries are different, situations are different for both teams. And, to win the first 2 or 3 at home is a big thing. We always say to do well in this conference, you got to protect home court. You got to steal a few on the road. We've won 2 of 3 at home. We've done a decent job there. We stole a couple on the road, meaning we won a couple on the road. This weekend, though, was a huge weekend because, I say it's the pretender-contender weekend. After this weekend, throughout the conference, you're going to know who the contenders are and you're going to know who the pretenders are.
Well, folks, we're going to take a quick break here on Mount Weekly. When we return, I get to sit down with Mount St. Mary's senior Tara Lonergan, and then we're going to talk about those 2 huge games for Mount St. Mary's that are coming up in the next few days. That's coming up next right after this, as you're watching Mount Weekly.
Saturday, February 16th, the Mount is offering 2 for the price of 1 general admission ticket for the 11:30 a.m. brunch special tip-off against Central Connecticut State. Call 301-447-5300 and ask for the brunch special.
Welcome back to Mountain Weekly alongside Tara Lonergan. My name is Adam Pohl, and Tara, this is going to be a fun time of year for you. You're a senior, of course, in this program. How nice is it to be a part of a program that has been on the rise your entire time in your collegiate career?
It feels good that the program has advanced since I've been here. I've been a part of it, so it's definitely a great feeling. And going out on top my senior year has always been my goal. So.
You've set your career high twice here in your senior year. You did so on your birthday, I believe, in a game against Monmouth, and now earlier this week taking on Wagner. I mean, you got off to an incredible start.
Yeah, I just, felt it, and my teammates gave me the ball when they needed to, so it was just around a great time.
Seems like, though, in conference play that the low post game is being able to score more than we saw in non-conference play. Do you feel like you guys have gained confidence yourself, Rachel Matthews and such?
Yeah, definitely. I think that we gained confidence playing the teams that we did preseason, and then knowing that who we were going to play against in conference. A lot of the girls graduated who were big post players last year, so I think we definitely got more confident as the season went on.
What a huge road trip you guys just came off of to win the first 3 games, go over 500 on a 5-game trip. Also, so many close games. What has it been like this year? It seems like you guys have been going down to the wire time in and time out.
Definitely. We've had a lot of overtime games, but when we come out on top of them, it feels great, and it really hurts when we lose them, but it gives us the ambition to keep playing and go after the next one.
This is a huge weekend coming up. You've got Sacred Heart on Saturday and then Quinnipiac on Monday. Tell us about the mindset of the team coming into this. You can argue it's the biggest 2-game stretch of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Since I've been here, I've never beat Sacred Heart, so I definitely want to beat them my senior year. And Quinny, it hurt. We lost them in playoffs last year, so the whole team wants the revenge, and we really want to win the next 2 games.
Finally, as a player, has this been great individually for you this season? Obviously, you're seeing a lot more playing time than you were even just a year ago, and has that been really gratifying?
It just feels great to know that I'm ending my career doing well, playing well, and having fun. So it's been great.
Well, folks, that's senior forward Tara Lonergan. We're going to take a break, and when we return on Mount Weekly, I get to sit down with the head coach, Bryan Whitten. We'll talk about those 2 big games coming up against Sacred Heart and Quinnipiac. Back with more right after this.
Saturday, February 16th, the Mountain is offering 2 for the price of 1 general admission ticket for the 11:30 a.m. brunch special tip-off against Central Connecticut State. Call 301-447-5300 and ask for the brunch special.
Welcome back to Mount Weekly alongside the head coach of the Mount St. Mary's women's basketball team, Bryan Whitten. My name is Adam Pohl. And we just got to talk to Tara Lonergan, and obviously she, with Jesse Kaufman out as well, is even getting more minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tara's a forward, she's a 4-5 for us, and is versatile enough to play both positions. We've always needed her to really be an inside presence for us, and when I say inside presence, she doesn't have to be, a player who's really knocking people over and kicking butt and taking names type of thing, but she needs to be steady and consistent, and she needs to be able to give us that offensive and defensive opportunities down there. And this year she's really done a great job of being very consistent.
Well, you called it Pretender or Contender Weekend. Let's talk about it. First, Saturday evening, you take on a Sacred Heart team that is a consistently excellent program in the Northeast Conference. You guys are tied with them currently in the standings. This is a big game for your program.
I mean, it's a huge game for us, and the main reason it's a big game is because we only played them once.
Yeah.
So it's a tiebreaker, so at the end of the year, if we have the same record and we beat them head-to-head, we get the nod. There's 4 teams. We play Sacred Heart, Quinnipiac, Robert Morris, and St. Francis, PA, 1 time each. Arguably 4 of the top 5 or 6 teams in the conference. And tiebreaker comes down, we've already lost tiebreaker right now to Robert Morris.
Right.
We've got 3 games, our next 3 games, to be honest with you, Sacred Heart, Quinny, and St. Francis, PA all in a row, where we've got to win a couple of them, if not all of them, so that when it gets down to tiebreakers, we don't lose on tiebreakers.
And then Monday night, it's Quinnipiac, and they're undefeated in conference play, have an outstanding record, only 2 losses on the year. What has made them so good?
I think they're very talented. I mean, I think that's a huge part of it. They do have some upper class experience. You know, Felicia Barron's a senior point guard who was Defense Player of the Year last year and first team all conference, and she kind of leads them and gets them going. Their junior center, Brittany McQueen, is a real nice player. They got a junior forward, Cameron Warner, who's tough. A couple sophomores who play a lot that got some good experience last year. So they're well-rounded. You know what I mean? They have an inside-outside game. They defend it. They rebound it. They really, really play tough, and they've been playing very consistently. And that's what you got to do. You got to play the same way every night, no matter who you're playing. And being able to play up, you know, is a good thing, but you don't want to play down to people's competition level. And they've stayed at an even level all year long.
Well, it's a big weekend. We wish you all the best, and looking forward to seeing them out here try to get a few wins against some of the top teams in the conference.
Awesome. Thank you. I want to say a happy homecoming to everybody. Hope you have a great weekend.
Folks, that's going to do it for us. Once again, for the head coach of the Mount St. Mary's women's basketball team, Bryan Whitten, and also Tara Lonergan, who we talked to earlier, my name is Adam Pohl. We'll see you next time here on Mount Weekly.